everyone. Today we are tackling a question that every L&D leader faces. With so many tech tools out there, LMS, LXP, AI-powered learning and virtual training platforms, how do you pick the right one? And more importantly, how do you use them to actually drive impact? Because let's be honest to ourselves, having the right tool and using it effectively are two different things.
Absolutely, Prachi. It's so common for organizations to invest in high-tech platforms only to use them in a way that doesn't fully unlock their potential. Kind of like running a powerful tool into just a digital slideshow. Today, we'll explore the various tools available, dive into how they actually work, and most importantly, discuss how to leverage them to drive meaningful results. We'll also share some inspiring examples of companies that have truly harnessed these tools to make an impact.
Definitely. So let's start with the basics, Jaya. If I am a learning leader looking for a training tool, my choices include an LMS, an LXP, or maybe a virtual training platform. So, what's the difference between all of these, and how do I know which one fits my needs?
Great question, Prachi. Let's break this into a simple term. Learning management system, which is LMS, think of it like a well-organized library where all your training courses are housed. It's perfect for compliance, certification, and tracking who's completed what. It is a centralized system, but can feel a bit rigid in terms of flexibility. Then we have LXP, which is Learning Experience Platform. This is more like Netflix, but for learning. It offers personalized content, recommendations based on user preference, making learning more engaging. And instead of HR dictating what employees should learn, employees can take charge too, exploring content that's relevant and interesting to them. Then we have virtual training platform like our own. So they are tailored for live interactive learning experiences. The big difference, it's not just watching a one-way webinar, but participants can engage, discuss, and network in a in real time, making its dynamic collaborative learning experience. So each platform has its strength, and it really depends on what kind of learning experience you are looking to create.
That makes so much of sense. So if I need a structured compliance training, I would go for an LMS file. If I want a personalized recommendation, an LXP would work. And for example, if I'm running a live workshop or coaching, I need a virtual training platform. That's correct.
Exactly, but here's the thing. Most organizations, they don't stick to just one tool. They often combine platforms to meet their specific needs. For example, many companies use an LMS for structured compliance training, an LXP for personalized self-directed learning, and a virtual training platform for live and interactive sessions. This mix and match approach helps create a more effective and holistic learning experience. With that said, at Meet, we actually use our platform for all these functions. We have an Meet Academy where user can learn at their own pace, which functions like an LMS. Then we can enhance it into an LXP by curating content into different tracks, allowing learners to choose what interests them most. And of course, the core strength of AirMeet is its ability to host live interactive sessions, making it the ultimate virtual training platform. And trust me, I've personally experienced this. So AirMeet brings everything together in just one seamless experience.
Definitely, I think I cannot agree more. I myself have been a part of so many AME trainings. And again, from the other side of it, as an event planner, I have even relied on AME to host my events seamlessly, whether it's a large scale conference or any other, maybe a customer training or anything. The engagement and flexibility it offers are unmatched. All right, let's talk AI. Every tech tool out there is now powered by AI. But how much of this is just a hype and how much actually improves training? What is the real impact that we see?
Yeah, that's a great point, Prachi. AI in training only really adds value if it makes learning more personalized and effective. Here's how it actually works. So personalized learning paths, instead of one size fit all approach, AI analyzes skill gaps and creates tailored courses for each employee. Then smart assessments, AI powered quizzes adjust the difficulty based on how well the learner is doing, ensuring they're mastering the material and not just memorizing their answers. Then we have real-time coaching. So AI chatbot offers instant feedback, meaning employees don't have to wait for a trainer's response. Honestly, AI makes learning more dynamic. It adapts in real time based on progress. Think of how Duolingo adjusts difficulty based on your performance. Now imagine this in the context of corporate training. For example, IBM uses AI-powered learning paths that analyze employee skills and recommend relevant course. The result is 43% faster skill development. What else is expected?
I know that's huge. So AI isn't about replacing trainers, it's about making training more adaptive and relevant, I would say.
Exactly. The key takeaway is that AI is a tool, not a magic solution. It really shines when it's used in tandem with life coaching. Not only life coaching, but interactive discussions and hands-on experiences as well. So it's not about taking the human element out of the training, but enhancing it by making learning more personalized and accessible. When you combine the power of AI with real world practices, you get a much more effective and dynamic training experience, I'd say.
Definitely. And speaking of life coaching and human touch and life trainings that you were just sharing, a lot of companies moved online but still struggle with the engagement. So, what's the difference between just running a webinar and using an actual virtual training platform?
It's such an important question, Prachi. A lot of companies assume that we have platforms, so we are all set. It is, I'm referring to all those webinar style platforms that are there in the market. But webinar style training needs to be passive. Employees just listen without much interaction. The best virtual training platforms, though, go beyond just streaming content. They make the entire experience interactive. Take a platform like Airmeet. For example, it transforms virtual sessions with features like breakout rooms, live polls, Q&A. Then we do have option for transcripts as well. So when it comes to breakout rooms, you get to divide your participants into smaller groups for boosting participation and collaboration. Then with the live polls and Q&As, you can keep them engaged and active, preventing the dreaded so-called fatigue from the different webinar styled platforms. Then with AI handling the note-taking, employees can focus entirely on the employees can focus entirely on the session rather than trying to capture every detail. For instance, one global company used Airmate for a leadership training program, combining AI-driven breakout rooms and live coaching, and the result was 60% higher engagement compared to the traditional webinar.
60% higher engagement. I think that's a game changer for sure. The right platform isn't just about hosting, the real value is in creating an experience where employees participate, they engage instead of just watching. So you learn more when you discuss, ask questions. So moving ahead, there's this concept of long training sessions. So long training sessions don't work anymore, as per me, I would say. Another hot trend which we are hearing is micro learning. So how are companies adapting to it? Does it actually work or is it just a buzzword?
See, it works because it aligns with how people naturally learn. Instead of overwhelming employees with a 2 hour lecture, you break content into 5 to 10 minutes lessons. They can immediately be applied. This method is more engaging and effective. So Google adopted micro-learning for leadership training and they saw 80% increase in the completion rate. Then virtual reality, we spoke about in one of our previous episode as well. So with this, it takes it to the next level, especially for hands-on skills. Instead of just watching a safety training video, imagine navigating a virtual factory and identifying potential hazards in real time. For example, Walmart uses VR training options for their employees, and they learn 10% faster compared to the traditional methods.
I love all those examples. It's not just about making training shorter, but making it stick. So let's wrap this up with a success story. Can you share a personal example that nailed any of your training strategies?
Absolutely. And I'd say who better to highlight than Emmet itself. We completely revamped our training approach by combining AI microlearning and interactive sessions. So the challenge that we had was employees were overwhelmed by long static courses. They appear nice, but they're so long to consume. And then being a global remote organization, it was also difficult or challenging for us to bring everyone together at the same time. So it was not working for us. And then we introduced AI-powered bite-sized learning paths and facilitated peer discussions via Slack. To keep engagement high, we ran asynchronous polls, questions, and the tasks that employees could complete at their own pace. And I'll say result, 50% reduction in training time, 3 into better knowledge retention. Employees, they rated the engagement more than 90%, which is amazing. And how did we achieve this? Prachi, instead of long monotonous sessions, we shifted to short AI-driven modules, live coaching and hands-on experiences. And what was the takeaway here? It's not just about having the latest tech, it's about using it the right way to make a real and lasting impact. And that's what everyone is looking around.
So it's amazing to hear about this example. That's a proof that a smart mix of tech plus engagement first design is the future of trainings. Now coming ahead, if you are evaluating training tools, what I have learned till now, we need to just answer two key questions, which is, does this tool fit my training goals, or am I using it in the most engaging way? Because it's not about having the latest technology, it's about making the learning actually work for your employees.
Exactly. And if you're looking for a virtual training platform designs for engagement, check out Airmate. It's built for interactive and high impact learning. And you'll love it.
I can vouch for it. And that's a wrap. Thanks for joining us. Let's make our training smarter together.